a bond hearing for a guy who probably killed his wife.
Oh, the one that was on the TV?
Hey, what are you doing? The hearing was at 8:30. 8:30? Scheduled for 8:30.
Banging out for morning. Oh, Mark is okay. Definitely a morning guy. I think he gets in earlier than I do. Doesn't he do like a?
Yeah, he starts at 2 a.m.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
No, that's no good.
Yeah.
I'm morning, but
But whenever, I replace anyone, I start on the later.
yeah,
But it's still 3 a.m.
yeah. 2:30 is our earliest.
Up to 30?
But that's only like with Melanie or normally it's like 3 or 4. It's usually like 4. And 2 is like a graveyard shift. That's
Yeah.
What you guys got going on? Something big? Something big, tell me.
oh something big. Well, it's the guy's in court for maybe murdering his wife.
Oh, the guy that murdered his wife?
Well, allegedly. So he's getting the bond here. Manassas guy that
Yeah, I heard about that on the news.
well, they haven't found the body, but maybe
They haven't found the body? So he's not going to get a bond.
no.
No, he's not going to, unless it's like $1 million. Yeah, you don't have that. Yeah, plus we don't need him running around and might murder somebody out in the parking lot. All right, guys, stay cool.
Yeah, thank you.
We try.
Mom said to me and stayed with friends. He said nothing when he was led away. His wife was in his house ever since mom said God has still not been back. No one's
Rafa's
talking.
got me running right behind you.
Who is Rafa?
Rafa, yeah.
Hey,
Held without bond.
held without bond. Okay. Thank you so much.
Yes, sorry.
It's okay.
Held without bond. Public defender argued, how could you hold somebody for concealing a body when they don't know?
Hey, I'm sorry guys to
Okay,
interrupt.
perfect.
They're going to be
And,
coming out here in
judge
just a
said that
second.
there's
This is
probable cause for
so
flight
we're
risk
back
and
over here in just a second, and I'm doing held without
No,
bond.
like held without bond. So held bond. Yeah, held without bond. There's a lot of juicy details, but I'm sure you want to concentrate on what you got to say.
Perfect. The judge said probable cause or the prosecutor.
No, the judge said that there is probable cause and that she does consider that there's a flight risk and that he detained her.
Mic check.
And I have to try and flag this one.
There might be a change on the next moving forward.
Okay.
I know.
Yeah, she's here. She's getting hooked up.
No, he.
Oh, yeah.
Huh? Yeah, for sure. Charges remaining.
We need everything. Come on. We gotta show the support for her. So I want everything. Don't go home yet, please. Nice. Please come back here. I want everybody to show the camera, man. We put this effort for this reason. No other one.
Praise God. Praise God. Whoever wants to speak, speak. You can keep up. You can keep up. Thanks so much. You sure? You're all so
Please do it.
Please go ahead.
Do it.
Okay, because I always want to be respectful of you.
We're all here. We're all here with you. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, go ahead. All right, we're ready to do it.
Actually, just a second.
Yeah, no, wait, everybody come. They're not ready.
mean, they will come and we start again start them too.
Yeah. Yeah, anybody.
Everybody come.
Come,
Come behind.
please. We have something to be grateful for.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah, if you need to record there, and
Oh, don't get my.
I mean, I would like to have Chris.
Hi, good morning. I think we all stand here feeling very relieved. Bond was denied. We were preparing ourselves that it may not be. Right? We came prepared today to trust the Commonwealth to do what they needed to do, but we also knew there was a possibility that he may be granted bond. And I think we're all here with a tremendous sense of relief that Naresh Bhatt remains where he needs to be, which is in custody. So thank you to the Commonwealth. Thank you to the judge. We know this isn't based on our wishes. This is grounded in law, and we need to go on record and say that. There were a lot of things that came out in court today that we were not expecting. Mr. Bhatt's defense attorney went on the record calling this a, quote, media frenzy, making accusations that Chief Lugo was pressured into taking action, and really, I think, shamed the community for the hard work that has been happening. And you know what? We were vindicated. This is not a media frenzy. This was not based on pressure. This is based in case law and statutes. And again, Mr. Bhatt is where he needs to be. The judge went on the record saying that he did meet the two statutes. Hear this loud and clear. He is a danger to society. He is a flight risk, and he needs to stay locked up. We're certainly opening to take questions or share anything that we heard in the hearing today.
Holly, your reaction to what we've heard in court today about the Google searches, that was new for everybody today. What is your reaction to that?
One, thank you to the Secret Service. This was the first we heard that the Secret Service was a partner in this investigation. And I will say I was astonished. I think it goes to show perhaps premeditation. Again, we are not the judge or the jury, but it does sound like there's indication of premeditation. The Google searches made it clear that in April, Mr. Bhatt was looking to see how soon can I remarry after my spouse dies, and what does it mean when your wife dies or your spouse dies, something to those. And that was in April. Please know, we're standing here in August, so I think it does allude to premeditation.
Indeed.
would you or anyone else now that you've heard the defense attorney kind of explaining, his stand, were you guys nervous at all?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We were so nervous when he was showing all details of this is not right and so on. Absolutely. I was shaking like crazy. I turn around with all my friends, my community people here. We are standing beside each other and pulling our hand and praying. Let me make it clear, prayed. Because when defense was saying so many things, I was shaking. Let me make it clear. It was very painful to hear that.
Also, I mean, for the first time, we actually heard, what's been talked about a lot, but the actual domestic violence that was going on actually now presented. I think now that it's being as evidence, I know you guys have been hesitant because, you didn't want to talk beyond what you could, but now hearing that this is part now of the case that they're looking forward, I mean...
Again, this was read into the record, and I wrote it down. Mamta was a victim of domestic abuse. It is in the record. We've been trying to respect her privacy, and all of us have seen and heard and gotten text of things that we did not want to share to respect her privacy. But you know what? It is in the record. She was abused. She was abused by Naresh. And we know that going forward, we aren't afraid to speak up and call him what he is. He's an abuser.
Holly, specifically February, I mean, this is a date that multiple people are telling me she was really struggling in February in these months, and everyone was reaching out, giving her resources. I mean, just talk about how difficult it was also being that person, her ally, her friend, and knowing, that, and then knowing what happened months later.
Yeah, I think for me, I feel this unintentional wave of kind of victim shaming and blaming, and I want us to not do that. Mamta was offered resources. She had a huge circle of support. Why she wasn't able to take action and leave, that's not for us to question. So I ask that as we go forward, we can say we surrounded her with love, but let's not try to victim shame and blame. But the truth is, yes, February was a critical time that she was reaching out for support, and for whatever reason, she didn't move forward with those actions.
And what's next for all of you in your fight and as you work to try and find some sense of closure, which may feel insurmountable?
I mean, I think our first focus, and you can see there's a community standing here, we will be in court. We are Mamta's voice. We are going to look Naresh, whether it's in the back of the head or the front of the face, we are here for Mamta. But even more importantly is making sure that their daughter is cared for. We've all really shifted gears. We have a GoFundMe that you guys can find. As of this morning, we've collected over $200,000 to go to the baby, and that's really our goal. What we can do to honor Mamta is to make sure her daughter has the best future possible.
And have you gotten any updates on when her mom and her brother, when they're expected to get?
Yeah, I think we're not comfortable to go on the record with those details.
And at this time, we do want to have a justice for Mamata, and that's what we are focused on. And Gary, at this time, we do want to focus on justice for Mamata, and this is why our whole community is rally for this. And we want her back. We want her home back. We want to find her. We want to bring her back, and that is our main focus as well in that area.
Yeah, and I think
at this point, what does justice look like to you at this point?
Definitely have him pay for the price for what he has done, and that is very, very important. And I think Commonwealth are doing a wonderful job.
Yeah, we need him prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Again, it was referred to that we are putting pressure, that, you know, Chief Lugo feels like he needs to rush to press charges. That's not true. We want more charges levied based on concrete evidence, knowing that may take time. But we feel comfortable that the Commonwealth is going to escalate charges up to capital murder, and we want him prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. But with that being said, we have to respect that this is not our case. This is held by the Commonwealth, and we're going to be here to support the Commonwealth.
Absolutely. Did at any moment the evidence that was presented by the public defender, did it sway you at all? The why he sold the car, why he was attempting to sell the house? Did you find any validity in hearing their side of what he said?
No, I think it made me angrier. I understand his defense attorney should be there fighting for him, and not to diminish that at all. With that being said, I think he said some things that were categorically untrue and hurtful. He categorized the blood that was seen as the home as a nosebleed. It's not a nosebleed, right? The Commonwealth used Blue Star technology. They will bring that into court as evidence when the time is right. But to diminish what happened to Mamta and refer to it as a nosebleed is an insult, right? No one's going to get arrested because someone had a nosebleed. So we know there were volumes of blood, there were pooling of blood, there were things that we don't want to know about. But, you know, I think a little shame should come to the defense for minimizing what the burden of evidence is.
One thing they mentioned is from the rocking wheelchair was there was a clear indication of the body was dragged to the bathroom. There was clear spot. What do you say about that? Because they say probably there was an incident happened somewhere next to the wheelchair and was dragged to the bathroom probably.
Yeah, I think we have to rely and wait for the forensics to come out. Again, we're lay people in the community. It does appear that whatever happened in the master bedroom and then continued into the master bathroom. But again, you know, the burden is on the Commonwealth to bring in that concrete evidence.
And I'm sure that
Any chances we're gonna find her body?
I hope so. I hope so. And let me tell you, I'm tired of her being referred to as a body or a body part, as you know, his defense counsel referred her to. She is a person. She is a loved one. We need to bring her back. You know, to the best of our ability, we want every bit of her back for her family.
Absolutely.
Could you introduce yourself?
my name is Prava, last name is Duja.
Spell it for everyone to make sure we're
Absolutely. Prava, Prabha, Bhattarai is my middle name, and my last name is Deuja.
And how would you like all of us to refer to a community member?
Absolutely, I'm a community member, definitely. We're part of the family. We are the family here. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for giving this
Thank you.
time.
Check 1 2 3 4 5. Check 1 2 3 4 5.
Would I be able to ask you guys to say that on camera? Sure. Just to, because I can paraphrase you, but it's better to hear you say it. Survey.
We are one community. We're one community. We're united. We don't want any women to have any problems. We want to be there for women who are struggling. This is not a Nepalese community. This is not a Northern Virginia community. It is our community. We are one.
Yes, we all are one. And being part of Nepalese community, you can see we embrace everybody. So we are all of us on this together. It's very critical. This is not just, we do not want this happen again.
Not to anyone.
Not to anyone. So we need to stand together as a community to do the job. And there's a lot to do, more to do.
And we were all galvanized by Nadia spreading the word. We've only just begun. We've got a lot of work to do, but we're going to do it together.
And I know there have been community searches and different community efforts. You know, what's your message to police? Are you hoping? Police have said they're still hoping to find her, but just as the searches continue, I mean, how much are you really hoping to be able to bring her home?
We always have hope.
You know, we don't want to take that hope out of our mind. We still want to have a hope for bringing her back. And we still want to see her. And we just don't want to think anything negative right now. We want her back and we're fighting for her to be home. And there's more to do for us. And just like you said, yeah, police are still, this is an open investigation, right? They're still in search. They're still doing their part, but there's a Commonwealth, and they will be the one who's going to provide us all the update. So I'm very, very much.
They've got leads we don't have. They're following them up. We're going to let them do their we wouldn't stop them, you know. And so we're not doing anything though that will hamper them. We will speak with them before we go and do anything idly.
And then also they will let us know if they need our help anywhere else. They have been very much communicating at the beginning, so they made it very clear to us if they need us, they will ask us for support and help.
And we will be there.
And we are very grateful all the agencies are involved, and that is what we needed.
And can you reiterate, just the sense of community support? There's loved ones, there's folks who unfortunately haven't gotten the chance to know her because they've been stripped of that. If you can talk about, you were saying, you may not know her personally, but she's like your daughter.
Absolutely. Here's the thing, we need to think like this. It could be anybody's daughter, it could be anybody's sister, it could be anybody's wife, it could be anybody. But we are community, right? And I did not know her personally, right? But a young lady was working on it. And then we kind of got in and focused towards helping her. Then we connected, everybody connected. So the whole world is connecting. They have done indirectly or directly. Work, search, communicating, sharing the media posts. Everyone is part of this today. It is not just us saying Nepalese, it is everyone's daughter, everyone's sisters.
My daughter's 2 years older. If anybody had done this to her, I would hope that I would have help, this kind of help. Your friend.
Yes. And I connected with them. I connected with a lot of other people who are likewise wanted to help. So it's a huge, it's a huge thing for all of us to get support from each other. Yes. And thank you so much for you guys too.
Yes.
Yeah. Everyone is helping indirectly or directly for this case.
And if you can just reiterate real quick, was there moments of nerves while you were, the defense was going through their arguments and prosecution was countering that, but was there a moment where you thought, oh my gosh, what if he gets out on bond?
Absolutely, that thought went through my mind, and my heart was racing like crazy, and only thing I can do is chant. I did it, and I have my prayer beads, I was chanting constantly. I did it like third round and I stopped. So absolutely, it was a nervous wreck.
And I know you say it and spelled your name before, but if you can do that again for us real quick.
Certainly. Prabha Bhattarai Deuja, Prabhattarai. Last name is Deuja.
And do you prefer going by first, middle, last, or just first and last, or?
Doesn't matter, whatever, however. Prabha B Bhattarai, Prabha B Deuja is fine, Prabha Deuja is fine, whatever it's convenient for you, because whenever it's a long name, it's very difficult, so cut it up. And I know where you're coming, so
I just want to make sure it's still
accurate
either way.
Thank you so
much. Can we get your name again?
Absolutely. Brianna, Briana, last name Lambert, Lambert, and I'm over in Gainesville. And I discovered this through Nadia. I saw a post on Facebook on the Manassas Facebook group, and just jumped in. I had a very good friend murdered at age 17. It's still a cold case. This feels like I can do something for somebody else. And we have found an unexpected and beautiful community here.
And did we meet you at the search? I think it was
Yes.
2 weeks ago.
Yes.
At the park?
Yes.
I thought you looked familiar.
Yes.
I'm sorry to hear about your friend, but
I didn't know her, but I think she's crawled into all of our hearts. That, we love that little baby. We want that little baby to do well. I feel a kinship with Mamta because she could be our daughter, our sister, our nurse. She's a big part of the community, and I wish I'd gotten to meet her.
thank you. And I'm sorry for the loss of your friend. Now with more evidence, I mean, this is cases sometimes get reopened.
Absolutely. And I'm galvanized now to go back to my hometown and say, look, this has been a 35-year cold case.
As soon as I heard last
Friday, so it's not in vain for me either. And I found sisters here. I found daughters. Nadia is family very close to me. Very good friend.
The judge agreed that he should be
A niece.
And I'm new to the area. How far is Gainesville from here?
About 10 miles.
Okay,
8
so
miles.
half an hour? Or?
Oh, not even
Yes.
20 minutes.
Yes.
This is our county courthouse.
Oh, so you're I was very.
Take care, Rebecca. I'm sure we'll be seeing you guys. Yeah. We're going now.
I mean, that's good for your retired.
And it's important, I think, to let them know. when the community somebody's looking at I've been for the last 7 days posting on Facebook saying, if you're in trouble, contact me. I've had over 20 ladies contact me saying, could you just listen to me? You know, I'm scared. Will you listen to me? They just need a voice, you know, especially in different communities. My husband's in America, from Australia, but I keep thinking, oh my gosh, what if our kids were in trouble? And with that power,
Because I would never get
it's important. People showed up, took time out of their day. They've been doing my daughter. We're not done yet. We're just begun.
I have a lot of friends that have different
Take care.
names
Thank
of
you.
their kids, and they're like, I just hate going through it at school. And they're like,
That was it. That was it.
My son was so mad when I got renamed. I didn't think it would. You can prep your name before. If
Julia, Julia, Kosatka, Kosatka.
And what I'm gonna do, I like your mom's thinking. My photographer go. I'm just gonna have you pronounce that so I can make sure.
Just a second.
No, you're good. Where? Oh, Matt. Just have him do it on this camera.
No problem.
Can we just get her saying and spelling real quick? Okay, so if you can do that for me again one more time.
Okay, my name is Julia Kosatka.
And that's Julia.
JuliaKosatka.
And what's your connection here? Where do you live? Do you know
I live in Gainesville, and my friend and housemate Brianna had been following the Facebook post, and she read it out to me one evening, and I said, oh my God, what can we do? And that's when we went and joined one of their searches. Now, my knees are not good, let's put it that way. I'll be nice since you're filming. But we went and we manned the main area, and I edited flyers for Nadia, and you know, but we got to know her, and through her we got to know Mamta. And like I was saying earlier, my daughter is 30. Mamta's 28. I cannot imagine what her parents are going through right now. My friend Brianna had lost her best friend in high school to murder. They've never found the person. They did find her body. I have no doubt that the police are going to find Mamta's, or most of it. Yeah. Oh, no problem. No problem. It's a community thing. I mean, it's not a community thing. It's an abusive man thing. And that was something I think a lot of the community members hadn't thought about, or wasn't really thinking about, because they were so tight and so dedicated to maintaining their culture, which is what our communities do, and it's wonderful. But having been around a lot of immigrant communities, I used to live in Houston for most of my life, it's the same. And it's the same in non-immigrant communities. It's the same everywhere. Unless she's able to get out. And even then sometimes, he still comes. They've got to keep that child. Because I have no doubt one day understood, yes. You're quite welcome. And your name again was? Rebecca. Guys, you ready to go? My knees are ready to go. Okay. Say goodbye for me. My steroid shots that were over 2 weeks ago. I haven't been able to get seen. I'm this close to surgery. My mom had double knee replacement.
Okay, I'm gonna leave now.
Take off.
We need to sit down and talk to Holly and talk to our daughter.
And you need to take a break. Don't worry. Oh yeah, I'll put you on our list, our text list. Do we have your number? Then we'll deal with it. told Nadia already that it's no bond. I don't think so yet, but I put it on the little group list that we're going to add you to. Oh, okay. Holly. Holly.
I know. You're babysitting.
I was babysitting your first.
Well, I was going to come take it, but
I just saw somebody watching it.
Do you know Heather Hunt?
I do.
I'm a friend of hers.
Oh my God, I've worked with Heather for years.
Good. I was a mom.
Judge, I tweeted out too. Judge said I'm gone. I'm going to try and get
Everyone at the end of the line today.